In Creo Parametric, you can use the legacy datum annotation conversion process to update old ASME Y 14.5 1994 datums to the 2009 or 2018 standards. So here I have an old assembly that I was working on, and there was a part that I opened up. Let me grab this one and hit the open icon from the mini toolbar, and I immediately get a warning. Creo has detected that legacy annotations exist, or something like that. The message went away. But anyhow, if I take a look at the model tree, here I have the first three datums. I'm going to select these three datums using the Shift key and then show them. And lo and behold, yes, they do contain the old standard. Let me go to my front view. I think that'll be convenient for this one. So yeah, you can see that we have A, B, and C, the first three datums, and they have that set datum symbol on there. And this is very common from back in the day. People would just take their default datums and convert them into set datums, which really wasn't a good thing because once you turn them into set datums, they only have one side, and having two-sided datums makes a difference in some modeling applications. But anyhow, this is not great, and especially since it doesn't make sense what they're using for A, B, and C. So I want to update this. To do that, I can go to the Annotate tab, and then from the Annotations Overflow menu, here we have the Legacy Datum Annotations Conversion tool. So I will click on it, and it gives me a warning that set datums are found. The old 1994 style is found. Use the Convert All Set Datums command to convert them to set datum tag annotations. Okay, I will do that. Here is the button, Convert All Set Datums. I will click on it, and now we're getting some warnings in here for the status. It says that automatic conversion would not be possible. Manual conversion is available by using the change reference command to replace the datum reference with one of the following, like a surface, dimension, dimension witness line, or geometric tolerance. In other words, these aren't supposed to be placed on just datum planes because datum planes, well, they are imaginary. So anyhow, let me click the close button out of here, and it warns me, hey, do you want to quit? Yeah, I'm going to quit for now because I'm going to do some work in order to prepare to update this. And the first thing is that I'm going to make a geometric tolerance to qualify the A datum. So the A datum looks like it should be referencing that back flat surface of the model. So let me try changing my annotation plane. Right now it's using front. Let me try top. Nope. Let me try right. Oh, right faces the way that I want. The blue arrow is the viewing direction. Let me rotate a little bit. The blue arrow is the viewing direction. The red arrow is the text direction. I'm happy with creating a geometric tolerance using the right annotation plane. So now let me create a geometric tolerance, and I'm going to attach it to this surface. Let me get that surface to highlight. There we go. And then to locate it, let's put it about over here. I will middle mouse button. And so for this particular datum, I'm going to use flatness. Flatness is a great way to qualify your first datum. And I'm not familiar with this model. I'm just going to leave the default value in there, and I will deselect. And so now that I have a datum to qualify, or excuse me, a geometric tolerance to qualify A, let's go back to Annotations, Legacy Datum Annotations Conversion, and then I will change the placement of A, and I will select that geometric tolerance. Let's move out the tail a little bit, and then middle mouse click. And so now A is good to go. And so with A done, I'm going to close the dialog box. Once going to get a warning, hey, yeah, that's okay. I'll just click the yes button. And so now you no longer see that datum plane A being highlighted. And then for the second reference, we have B, and right now it's on this flat plane over here, which is kind of okay if it's referencing that notch, but that should really be my tertiary datum as opposed to my secondary one. And so rather than using a plane there, I really want to use something that is cylindrical, because that seems like that would make sense for a part of this shape. And so then I started looking at the different dimensions. So I'll click on this dimension, or excuse me, this feature and then click on the Edit Dimensions tool. And when I do that, I see that whoever created this model, they manually created a B reference attached to this particular dimension. Let me go to my front view so that you can see what exactly it is dimensioning. So they want the B datum actually to reference the outer diameter. And when I click on this dimension, here we have the Dimensions tab, I can go to Dimension Text, and I can see, let me move this over and zoom in so you can see what we have in here. For some reason, they have an asterisk in front of a bunch of their dimensions. I don't know why that's there. I'm going to get rid of it. And then they manually created text to put a box around B with dashes around it. I'm going to get rid of that, but I'm going to use that dimension in order to define a geometric tolerance and then attach a datum feature symbol to it. So anyhow, I know it's this the one that I want to use. So let me go about, let's qualify that with a perpendicular geometric tolerance. I'll click on geometric tolerance. And actually, oops, I forgot. Before I do that, I need to make that dimension as an annotation. So I will right click on that first main feature again, show annotations, and it was this dimension here. So I will click on the OK button. So now it's visible as an annotation. Let me go to geometric tolerance, and I will pick that annotation. And let me change the geometric characteristic to perpendicularity. And let me use this to grab my A reference and click the OK button. So now I have a perpendicular reference, so that is good. And so now I can change my B to reference this. So let's go back to Annotations and then Legacy Datum Annotations Conversion. Let's change the placement of B, and I will click here and then drag out the tail and then middle mouse button. So now B is taken care of. Let's click the close button. Yes, I know I'm going to quit because I still need to do a little bit of work to get something available for C. And so for C, I went through a bunch of the different features here, and I figured out that it was like, there's a cut in here. Give me a moment to find it. I want to use this little slot here for the C reference. And so that was cut ID 1824. And again, if you're like, hey, Dave, how did you know that? Well, I went down the model tree, selected the different features, and I using edit dimensions in order to figure out where that dimension was. Just to show that, let me start out a little bit higher on the tree, and I'll go to edit dimensions. And it's like, yep, that's not the dimension I want. Click this one. Nope, those aren't the dimensions. Nope, those aren't the dimensions. Nope, that's not it. And when I got to here, I was like, oh, okay, I see a dimension for the slot. So let me right mouse click and hold, show annotations, and I will grab that 4.8 dimension and click the OK button. And it's formatted a little differently than what I want. It's also not on the plane that I want. There isn't a plane in this model in order to place it on there, but again, later on, someone could create a datum plane and move it. I'm not going to concern myself with that now, but a couple things I do want to do. I want to flip the arrows to the outside because the arrows were just too close together and overlapping. And let's see, another thing that I want to do, let me change the orientation. I'm going to select it, right mouse click and hold, and change the orientation. And right now it's using some surface for the orientation. I'm just going to grab that datum plane C that it's using, just so it gets it oriented the way that I want. I'll click the OK button. And also I want the text to go the other way. Oops, let me try that again. I'll click on it. There's my mini toolbar, and let's use the flip text. So that's a little bit better. All right, so now I've got my annotation. Let's do another geometric tolerance, and we'll put it on this and perpendicular. Let me grab the B datum to use as well. I think this is good. I'm not an expert at GD&T, so if you're like, Dave, that's totally dumb. Well, I understand, but let me go back to annotations and then legacy datum annotations conversion, change the placement of C, and I'll put it on here, and then middle mouse click. hey, we've taken care of all the different legacy annotations. I will close that. And so I think this is a much better scheme to use, but the important thing is that's how you use legacy datum annotations conversion. If you have any of those old 1994 style and you want to bring them up to a better, more recent 2009 or 2018 style.